Hello YouTubers, I hope you enjoyed Bob Show today. It's set now stuff of the Power of Eternals. It's coming out. So the CPX this weekend, it's out next week. Yep, it's one of the greatest sets we had, and it's also the most weirdest import ever. Okay? This set brings the tier elements and the sprite cards, which we'll talk about when we get to them and stuff. Yep. There's loads of decks in this. This is very good for loads of general decks in general. There's loads of old archetypes to get loads of good support, which is quite cool and quite unique, to say the least. So first up, we start with Elemental Hero. Now heroes are in a bit of a weird situation this set, because Heroes just got some reprints in Let's Draw Season 3, which you'll see me open on Thursday, hopefully, with my mail delivery. Heroes it's quite weird. They got quite a lot of the pack as you can see, but it's not the best cards of the set. It's not generally the full set either. It's like there's quite a lot of hero support, but at the same time there isn't. Yeah, which is quite interesting. Yeah, to say the least. Yeah, otherwise it's pretty good. Yeah, you got they got some good cards here now, and then the new boss monsters looks pretty good and stuff. So there's a lot of good stuff for the hero stuff. A lot of it's still Enderman Hero Neo Source support also, so it's kind of doing both at the same time, which is kind of cool, kind of unique. I think the hero support will give them will help the deck, but I don't think it'll make it top again many times soon. Fortunately, you got the branded stuff. Now, there's not much branded stuff actually in this set this time, because usually there's loads of branded stuff, and so we got a Monster Can for one of the armbands, which is pretty cool in the field or the grey, which is quite handy for some situations, and then a trap which could help you in a lot of situations, but not the grey situations you could help you. But I think it's a pretty good card. I think it could be good and helpful in some ways. I don't think these supports are great, but I think it's good to have another name, I think. Next is the Sprite. Now, Sprites are very versatile. They're level 2 rank, level 2 Exceed and Link base deck. Basically, the idea is, a normal summon, I want level 2 monster. Okay. Oh, I got level 2. I special summon. Yep, that's the idea there. So you can mix with any level 2 deck. Any deck that's got a level 2, the Sprite can go in. Pretty much. Frogs, yes, that's the obvious one. But you can also play it in, if you want to be funny, you can put it in pajamas. You could. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. Emancipate, yes. Evil Twins. Evil Twins you can get a lot worse because you can play with Evil Twins and have all you need, have your ball ready, and then also have Cypher top of it. So there's that to consider too. Malfi says this weird Malfi. You could do a tribal game with like this sort of weird list that they were doing Shiji, yeah, and stuff, which is pretty cool and quite unique, but not especially for me. Which is okay. So we all start with the Sprite cards. So these two here are the searchers. Yeah, you got 2 negates here. Yeah, and you got one monster's just another name. You got the EXE, which you can make any rank, and it sometimes can be a link too. So sometimes you've got just a link there. It's just left there, level 2. Like hello, you could just use it as an exit. Just make it exit on top of it, like you used to do with all good stuff. Yeah, and starter can get you one from the deck. One can gain your attack and one can vanish one. Also, which is pretty good removal too. So it's all good in general. It's all very good. It's one of the best decks in the meta. I think it will be. Next is the Riga. Yeah, Riga's got some new support too. Now, Riga support is good, but it's not good enough. The Riga's kind of that plant archetype. Plants actually made quite a lot of good things recently. They've actually been doing quite well recently. Plants with the Sonbai Aralon sort of stuff, and I like the Brave Plant Flareon deck. So the tip deck. That's pretty fun too. But the Rika is kind of that weird one. Like it's the weaker one of the Secret Balance, or one with the Outreach and Emancipate. It was the weaker one, and I thought this is one of those decks. They were trying to play like Emancipate. I think if you play it correctly, I think it actually is technically a control sort of deck, yeah. But it's limited because you can't special out apart from wilds. That just limited your scope of what things you can do as deck. So I think the cards are there. I think they're good, but they're not there yet. I think they need a couple more stuff. I think the Photon. Now the Photons was so good the last support. These two are quite disappointing. You got somehow a reptile one now. Yep. Which means the Dodits could play, but they're not. And then you got this new machine card which can fetch or summon itself and vanish and destroy cards and stuff. It's alright. I think they might play that one just as another name and you can just special summon it if you've got stuff with the grey and stuff. But that's really it. I don't see them doing much else with the card, fortunately. So, Tyrants basically is a fusion deck. And it mills. So basically what happens is you send one card to the grave. If you send a 10 element cards, it shovels back into the deck and makes a fusion monster, which is pretty cool. Oh, the thing with 10 elements, they can kind of play on your opponent's turn, which is quite nasty and quite harsh for you to try and play against, which is good to say at least, but it's about at the same time. They're all mainly aqua, apart from the next one here is a warrior, it's the starter card, but they're all very good. We're not going to see this deck full power. And what I mean is that we're not going to be able to see the She-Hand stuff. We'll be playing the deck not full power. So this would be weird. Sprite be full power here, but Tyrants won't. So this would be the second best, I reckon. This would be second best from this set, I reckon. Which is a shame, but hey ho. It's very good and still very powerful there. So at least, yeah. And then we've got the new... There's 3 new archetypes. This is mad. The Valescent Fairies. So Valescent Fairies is not really a deck. It's more of an engine. Basically, I discard 2 cards in my hand to search 1 fairy from my deck to my hand. Then I can special summon. So I get kind of a 1-for-1. I get a search and a special summon. But... I can't do anything else. I can't use any other effects except Earth monsters. So you always gotta keep that in mind. So whenever you're using this deck, it's an engine. You gotta use it in some Earth deck. So it's quite specific, but it's a good engine. It gets you more monsters on the field, which is quite good. They're quite cute. I wouldn't say they're amazing, but they're cute. There's definitely more support coming in the next set, which is good. Which is good to say at least, but they're not amazing. Yeah. Unfortunately, then we got the Gem Knights. Gem Knights having the 2 mats. It's actually been quite a while they got support since the FDK and stuff. I think this could be interesting. Yes, they got a new card like Brilliant Fusion, but it's not the same as Brilliant Fusion. They got a new Brilliant Fusion, like a downgrade Brilliant Fusion. They got a new Fusion, which is pretty good, and then they got some new Gem Knight monsters. One's like a Crystal Rose sort of card, but actually Gem Knight in the name, which is pretty handy, which is quite cool. It's good, but I haven't had a chance to test it, so I can't tell you the full result yet. So I think this is alright, to say the least. Malphite got some new support. Now this is a bit of a weird kind of support. The new Kangaroo one is very good. Yep. Malphite, the continuous spell card, is pretty good too. It's a bit weird. It has a synchro now, which is a bit strange. Very strange. And the Kangaroo basically summons 2 Malphites from your deck. Basically, yep. I just go, oh, there's another one. I got 2! Yep, and this one just searched another one, which is pretty good. The other 2 are not that great. It's weird having a deck has XCs, but now it's a single deck too, which is a bit strange. But hey ho, it's alright to say at least. The new Punk Star! And the new field spell with punks, which it's a good field spell. So that means now you want to play the other bad punk one, the one who can search spells, and this is its target now. So what this field spell does, basically, any punk stuff you don't have to pay for, which is pretty good. And then they got a new synchro level 8, so they can actually make their cells, which is pretty handy. This new support is good, and punk seems to be pretty good. So I think these 2 cards will see play. I think they're very good. And that means you will play another punk in your deck, which is quite handy. Yep. Next is Event Red. Event Red support is alright. They got a new original monster, which is pretty good. You got a new original monster, which is pretty original spell, which is pretty good, and a new monster. So you got all three, which is pretty handy. Event Red didn't need too much, so which is quite handy. They're not gonna do too much anyway in the mail, so which is cool, which is neat to see at least. Yep. Then we got the chase cards of the set. So we got the Sprite Blue and Sprite Jet. Yep. I've got the Sprite XEC3, the best cut. 4 cards you want to chase for this card are the Sprite. 3 are tier element stuff. 2 are tier element stuff. Yeah. And also for other decks, you got the Exorcist new card, Meta. Then you got the Scarecrow new card. Yep. And then you got the new Crawl card, which I think will see play, but it just means you will have to play Crawls. Then you get the new spell card. Basically, lets you. It's basically like a spell version of Doctor and Punishment. Yeah. And then we get the new Charmer, which basically is the Earth one, but then you can't special summon else apart from Earth, which is okay. And then your Starlight Rare is Phoenix Enforcer. So Destiny here, Phoenix Enforcer, which is supposed to be cool because it's supposed to be a hero card. So there's not too much to say. Really, the new chase cards are excellent, and there's a new Mathmech one, which is excellent, which fixes a lot of problems. And then the final one is chase cards. One card archetypes. There's not too much to say about this, actually. Really, think about it. Oh shoot. There's not too much to say about these, so there's not actually much card to say, and we gotta go quick. So, fortunately, most of the other cards are a bit weird and stuff, and we gotta talk about the world premieres and the imports. Yep. So we get this new archetype called Goose, which is quite interesting to say at least. So ghosts are basically a fish deck. Yep, they're fish, as you can see. They're fish. And basically, they're trying to be like a water version. They're trying to be like Crystron, okay, but but mixed with a watery but mixed with